Good afternoon, everyone. Before we begin, let us all take a moment to feel the presence of our Almighty by starting with a short prayer.
Almighty God, you are the source of life. We thank you for all the blessings you have given to us. Thank you for giving us another day to learn something new. Clear our mind and help us focus. Guide us and our teacher as we study and create new learning experiences. We pray in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Once again, good afternoon. I am Lyndon Hernando and I will be discussing Chapter 8, which is the Corporate Social Responsibility and Sustainable Leadership. The discussion focuses on two ideas: the corporate social responsibility and sustainable leadership. It is important to understand what these concepts mean and how they connect, especially when it comes to making smart decisions in businesses. So, for the course intended learning outcomes, first is to understand the principles and concepts of corporate social responsibility and sustainable leadership. Second, to analyze the role of CSR and sustainable leadership in addressing global sustainability challenges. And third is to apply CSR and sustainable leadership principles to develop strategic initiatives and solutions. Now let us define what corporate social responsibility and sustainable leadership mean and why it matters. No? So what is CSR? CSR refers to a company's ethical and moral responsibility to operate in a socially responsible manner, which includes actions that benefit society, the environment, and stakeholders other than shareholders. While sustainable leadership focuses on driving systematic change by embedding sustainable practices into decision making processes and inspiring others to prioritize environmental and social well being. So, CSR refers to the actions companies take to give back to society and protect the environment while also working towards their own growth. It answers the question, what are they doing? No, so in CSR, ito po yung responsibilidad ng kumpanya na hindi lang dapat kumita kundi tumulong din sa lipunan at kalikasan. On the other hand, sustainable leadership is about the way those actions are carried out. It addresses the question of how are they going about it. So ito naman yung paraan ng pamumuno na long term ang iniisip. May malasakit sa tao, sa environment at sa future. No? So kapag pinagsama, these concepts guide organizations to create value for both people and the planet while ensuring that their business can thrive in the long run. So, corporate social responsibility and sustainable leadership help organizations address major global challenges such as climate change, poverty, environmental damage, and social inequality. So, ibig sabihin, hindi lang profit ang focus, kundi pati sustainability at social impact. Now, let's talk about the foundational principles, theories, and frameworks of CSR and sustainable leadership. So, first, we have the shareholder theory by Milton Friedman. So, the Friedman doctrine suggests that the main job of a business is to make money and increase value for its shareholders. This means that earning profit should be the top priority for companies. According to this idea, caring for social issues or the environment is only important if it helps the business make more money. However, this viewpoint has faced criticism because it may overlook important responsibilities toward society and the environment. Next is the stakeholder theory by Edward Freeman. So, stakeholder theory emphasizes the importance of considering all parties affected by a business rather than focusing solely on shareholders. This broader perspective includes a diverse array of stakeholders such as employees, customers, suppliers, and the local communities in the business operates. Now let's identify the key stakeholders. Begin by identifying those who are directly or indirectly impacted by your business activities. This could range from your dedicated employees who drive daily operations to customers who rely on your products or services, suppliers who provide essential resources, and the community that supports your business. Understanding their unique needs and concerns is crucial for informed decision making. No? So mahalagang maintindihan ang kanilang pangangailangan at interes para makagawa ng tamang desisyon. So second is to engage and collaborate, no? Create open lines of communication with your stakeholders. Actively listening to their feedback not only helps in addressing their concerns, but also ensures that your business decisions genuinely reflect their needs and expectations. Regular engagement fosters a collaborative environment where stakeholders feel valued and involved. And the third one is accountability. It is vital to hold yourself accountable for the consequences of your business decisions. This means being transparent about your actions and the ethical implications behind them. Strive to make choices that prioritize the well being of all stakeholders, ensuring that their interests are taken into account in every decision making process. No? By fully embracing the principles of stakeholder theory, your business can achieve greater transparency and cultivate trust among all who interact with it. This leads to more robust relationships with stakeholders, which are essential for long term success. So, businesses must consider and prioritize all the stakeholders: employees, customers, suppliers, and the community, rather than focusing only on shareholders. Now, let's discuss John Elkington's triple bottom line framework. So, the triple bottom line framework emphasizes the importance of three core areas that businesses must focus on: people, planet, and profit. So, this approach is vital for companies aiming to create a significant and positive impact in society. First is people. Businesses should prioritize fair treatment of employees, actively engage in supporting their communities, and ensure positive customer experiences. Next is planet. So companies are encouraged to adopt sustainable practices, which involve significantly reducing waste and conserving energy resources. While on profit, the pursuit of financial success is important. It should never come at the cost of ethical social practices or environmental health. So, implementing the triple bottom line framework is essential for achieving a balanced approach to business success. It enables organizations to drive profitability while fostering a positive impact on society and the environment. So, hindi lang kita ang mahalaga, kundi ang epekto sa tao at kalikasan. So, Yung triple bottom line ay tumutulong sa negosyo na maging responsable, sustainable at matagumpay sa pangmatagalan. So next is the Archie Carroll's Pyramid of Corporate Social Responsibility. So at the base of Carroll Pyramid is the economic responsibility, which focuses on the business's need to generate profit. This profit is essential for sustaining operations, paying employees, and supporting community projects. Companies must offer fair price products that meet customer needs to build loyalty and secure their market position. So dito po kailangan kumita muna ang negosyo, no? Kailangan makapag-provide po siya ng products and services, makag-make ng profit, and dapat po maging stay financially stable. Kasi without profit, the business cannot survive. No, so next is legal responsibility, requiring businesses to comply with local and national laws. So, following these laws demonstrate ethical commitment and fairness. So, legal responsibilities include adhering to employment laws, competition guidelines, and workplace safety standards. So, all vital for maintaining reputation and trust. So, when you do business, kailangan sumunod ka sa batas. You have to follow laws and regulations, pay taxes, and ensure safe and fair operations. So the third level is ethical responsibility, which focuses on conducting business fairly, honestly, and transparently. So ethical practices build trust with customers and enhance company image and loyalty. So kailangan po gawin ang tama kahit walang batas. Kailangan maging fair and honest, treat employees and customers properly, and avoid harm to people and environment. And at the top of the pyramid is the philanthropic responsibility, which emphasizes giving back to the community. So, companies are increasingly expected to engage in charitable activities that reflect their core values, fostering customer loyalty and a positive public image. So, dito po, tumutulong sa community like donations, community programs, and social initiatives. So, hindi pwedeng tumalon agad sa charity kung hindi pa stable ang business. Okay? So, magsisimula tayo sa economic, kailangan magkaroon ko muna ng profit. Alright? And at the same time, kailangan sumunod sa law. And at the same time, kailangan din po gawin ng tama kahit walang batas, no? Bago ka po makapag-give back to the community. Now let's move on to corporate citizenship. So corporate citizenship is about businesses being responsible members of society. It means that companies should care about more than just making money. They should also work to make a positive impact on the community. This mindset encourages businesses to act ethically and take on social issues. So, when companies embrace corporate citizenship, they can build a better reputation and earn trust from their customers. This often leads to loyal customers, more interest from investors, and the ability to attract talented employees. Additionally, by focusing on being good citizens, businesses can contribute to sustainable development, understanding how their activities affect both the community and the environment rather than just concentrating on profits. Next is the ethical leadership framework. So, ethical leadership is crucial for building a strong foundation in any organization. It involves making decisions based on honesty, fairness, and openness. When leaders act ethically, they set a positive example for everyone in the organization, encouraging all employees from high level executives to new team members to adopt these important values. This shared commitment helps create a lively workplace culture based on integrity. So, here are some important ways to promote ethical Leadership in an organization. First is to lead by example. The saying actions speak louder than words applies here. When leaders show ethical behavior in their decisions, it motivates employees to do the same, creating a united sense of integrity throughout the workplace. Second is transparency. It is important to communicate openly and honestly. Employees should understand why certain decisions are made and how they are connected to the organization's core values. This openness helps build trust and makes team members feel included. And next is the ethical decision making. So, giving employees the resources, training, and backing they need to navigate ethical issues is key. When team members feel prepared and confident to make ethical choices, the whole organization benefits from a stronger moral direction. So, by adopting an ethical leadership framework, organizations can ensure that everyone at all levels is aligned with the company's values, allowing ethical practices to flourish. Now, let's move on to Sustainable Development Goals. Sustainable Development Goals are a set of 17 important aims created by the United Nations in 2015. These goals serve as a guide for countries to work together towards a fairer, more sustainable, and stronger future. The SDGs tackle major global issues like poverty, inequality, climate change, and environmental damage, while also promoting peace and justice. They build on earlier efforts known as the Millennium Development Goals, which help steer global actions from 2000 to 2015. Each of the 17 goals comes with specific targets and ways to measure progress, turning big ideas into achievable steps. The SDGs not only set ambitious objectives but also provide a clear plan for how to reach them, encouraging everyone to join in making positive changes for the world. The first goal is about getting rid of poverty for everyone. It's especially important to help those who live on less than $1.9 a day. This goal emphasizes the importance of making sure everyone has access to basic needs, support systems, and job opportunities, particularly for those who are often left out, like vulnerable and marginalized communities. The second goal focuses on ending hunger and ensuring that everyone can access healthy food. This means encouraging farming practices that are good for the environment and that can provide safe food throughout the year. It also addresses the challenges posed by climate change and economic difficulties. The third goal is about promoting good health and well being for people of all ages. It stresses the need for everyone to have access to quality healthcare, affordable medicine, and vaccines. This goal seeks to lower the number of mothers who die during childbirth, stop disease outbreaks, and promote awareness of mental health issues. The fourth goal aims to provide access to quality education and learning opportunities throughout life. This means making education available to everyone, breaking down barriers such as gender inequality, and focusing on vocational training and lifelong learning to empower individuals. It's important that all women and girls have the same rights and opportunities as everyone else to create a fair society. This goal focuses on getting rid of unfair treatment and encouraging women to participate in all parts of life, including government, education, and jobs. Goal number six is having clean water and proper sanitation. is essential for keeping people healthy. This goal aims to manage water resources wisely so that everyone can have access to clean water and necessary services which are vital for health and hygiene in communities. Goal number seven is to have access to affordable and reliable energy is key to living well today. This goal stresses the importance of finding energy solutions that are good for the environment, ensuring everyone can access energy while also taking care of our planet. Goal number eight is the economic growth that includes everyone is important for the well-being of society. This goal encourages the creation of good jobs and fair working conditions, aiming for growth that benefits all and helps to reduce inequality among different groups of people. Goal number nine highlights the need for strong and dependable infrastructure that helps industries grow and encourages new ideas and innovations that benefit everyone. Goal number 10 aims for a future where everyone has equal access to income and opportunities, working to reduce differences in wealth and resources both within and between countries. Goal 11 is about changing cities and communities to make them welcoming, safe, and resilient places for everyone to live, ensuring that all individuals feel included. Goal number 12 calls for using our resources wisely and producing goods efficiently to protect our planet for future generations. Goal number 13 is about the urgent need to tackle climate change and its effects on our planet. This means we need to take steps to lower harmful greenhouse gas emissions and find ways to adapt to the changes caused by climate issues. Goal number 14 focuses on the importance of protecting our oceans, seas, and marine life. By taking care of these vital resources, we can support sustainable development and ensure the health of marine environments for future generations. Goal number 15 aims to protect and restore land and ecosystems that support life on Earth. This includes managing forests responsibly, fighting against desertification, stopping land degradation, and working to preserve the variety of plants and animals we have. Goal number 16 encourages the building of peaceful and inclusive societies, which are crucial for progress. It stresses the importance of making justice accessible to everyone and ensuring that our institutions are effective, accountable, and inclusive at all levels. And goal number 17 emphasizes the importance of global collaboration in pursuit of sustainable development. It encourages individuals and organizations worldwide to work together, fostering innovative solutions that contribute to a more sustainable and equitable future for all. Now, let's take a look at some highlights presented by the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals Report, year 2025.
As we mark a decade since the adoption of the 2030 Agenda, we stand at a turning point in human history. With just 5 years remaining, we've made remarkable progress. But it's not enough. The 2025 SDG report reveals that only 35% of SDG targets are on track or making moderate progress, with nearly half moving too slowly, and 18% are regressing below 2015 baseline levels. The last decade proves that transformation is possible. Millions have gained access to essential services. For the first time, more than half of the world's population is now covered by at least one social protection benefit. Maternal and child mortality rates have fallen. More than 100 million children and youth have entered school, with rising completion rates at all levels. More young people, especially girls, are also completing school. Women's representation in parliaments has increased to 27%, up from 22% in 2015. 45 countries have achieved universal electricity access in the past decade, and access to clean cooking has expanded globally. Internet connectivity has increased by 70%, opening new avenues for young people, communities, civil society, and local leaders to deliver on the SDGs. Despite these important gains, the convergence of conflicts, climate chaos, geopolitical tensions, and economic shocks continue to obstruct progress at the pace and scale needed to meet our 2030 commitment. Developing countries also face a $4 trillion financing gap annually. We face a global development emergency with unprecedented challenges across multiple fronts. Over 800 million people remain trapped in extreme poverty. Carbon dioxide levels have reached the highest point in over 2 million years, with 2024 being the hottest year on record, surpassing the 1.5-degree threshold. Peace and security have deteriorated significantly, with more than 120 million people forcibly displaced from their homes, more than double the number in 2015. Debt servicing costs in low and middle income countries reached a record $1.4 trillion, squeezing resources vital for sustainable development. The time to act is now, and the path forward lies in accelerating the 6 SDG transitions: food systems, energy, digital connectivity, education, jobs and social protection, and climate and biodiversity. Building on the momentum of the 2023 SDG Summit and the 2024 Pact for the Future, we must leverage the key milestones of 2025, including the Compromiso de Sevilla, agreed by member states at 4th International Conference on Financing for Development, the outcomes of the High-Level Political Forum, and the 2nd UN Food Systems Summit stocktake, and looking ahead at the Beijing Plus 30, the 2nd World Summit for Social Development, and the 30th Conference of the Parties of the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, also known as COP30. The next 5 years will determine our future. The SDGs are within reach, if we act with urgency and ambition. We need robust multilateralism, sustained investment, and unwavering political will. Because only if we act together can we keep the promise of the 2030 Agenda.
Now let's move on to how CSR and sustainable leadership work together. So we have long term thinking, stakeholder inclusiveness, ethical decision making, innovation and continuous improvement, social and environmental awareness, resilience and adaptability, and shared value creation. So, when talking about corporate social responsibility and responsible leadership, it's important for businesses to make choices that are fair and beneficial for everyone involved. This means thinking about the long term effects of their decisions, actively engaging with different groups of people, and being aware of social and environmental issues. Good leaders make CSR a central part of their business plans instead of treating it as an extra task. By doing this, they create a culture that encourages ongoing improvement and new ideas. It also helps their company be more flexible and strong when facing challenges, while also benefiting both the organization and the communities they are part of. Ultimately, The goal is to find ways that help the business thrive while also helping employees and society as a whole. Now let's move on to the integration of CSR and sustainable leadership in aligning CSR and sustainability with business strategy. So the integration of CSR and sustainable leadership is essential for aligning these initiatives with the overall business strategy. To effectively incorporate sustainability, companies should embed these values into their vision and mission statements, setting measurable sustainability goals such as reducing carbon emissions, achieving zero waste, and enhancing social equity is crucial for tracking progress. Furthermore, it is important to ensure that CSR initiatives are closely aligned with the company's core products and services, maintaining a cohesive approach to business and social responsibility. Next is the integration into leadership commitment and governance. So, the integration of corporate social responsibility and sustainable leadership is crucial for organizations aiming for long term success. Senior leaders play a vital role in championing these initiatives, demonstrating their commitment to responsible practices. To ensure accountability and effective oversight, establishing sustainability committees within the board is essential. These committees can help track progress and hold leadership accountable for their sustainability efforts. Furthermore, engaging with the stakeholders, including investors, employees, customers, and communities, is important for understanding their expectations regarding CSR and addressing their needs effectively. This comprehensive approach fosters a culture of sustainability within the organization. Next is embedding CSR into corporate culture. The integration of corporate social responsibility and sustainable leadership within a company is essential for fostering a strong corporate culture. This can be achieved by actively involving and training employees in sustainability initiatives, which may include efforts in waste reduction, energy efficiency, and community volunteering. Recognizing and rewarding employees and teams who make significant contributions to CSR and sustainability goals is vital for enhancing engagement. Additionally, creating an inclusive culture that values diverse perspectives can significantly enhance innovative solutions to sustainability challenges. Ultimately, these strategies help embed sustainability in the organization's core values and practices. Next is the operational integration. The integration of corporate social responsibility and sustainable leadership is essential for fostering ethical practices across organizations. This involves closely collaborating with suppliers to ensure sustainable sourcing and minimizing environmental impact. Key initiatives include developing sustainable supply chains and implementing programs focused on recycling, reuse, and waste reduction. Emphasizing circular economy practices, companies are also encouraged to invest in innovative technologies that contribute to reducing their ecological footprint. Together, these efforts pave the way for responsible and sustainable business operations. Next is the integration into transparent reporting and accountability. The integration of corporate social responsibility and sustainable leadership is essential for organizations aiming to enhance their impact on society and the environment. To ensure transparency and accountability in their efforts, companies should publish regular reports that outline their progress towards CSR and sustainability goals. Utilizing established frameworks such as Global Reporting Initiative and the Sustainability Accounting Standards Board can provide a structured approach to this reporting. Additionally, seeking certifications and audits like fair trade can help validate a company's sustainability claims, lending credibility to their initiatives. Third party verification plays a crucial role in ensuring the integrity of these claims. Furthermore, adopting metrics and analytics to track progress allows organizations to communicate their achievements effectively, enabling data driven insights that can inform future strategies and enhance overall sustainability efforts. Next, we have integration in collaboration and partnerships. The integration of corporate social responsibility and sustainable leadership is essential for driving meaningful change. This involves fostering collaboration and partnerships, particularly with industry peers, to enhance collective action as seen in initiatives like the Science Based Targets Initiative, which aims to reduce carbon emissions. Additionally, engaging with local communities is critical to tackling social and environmental challenges effectively. By working alongside organizations such as the United Nations and local governments, businesses can amplify their impact and contribute positively to society and the environment. And lastly is for long-term value creation. The integration of corporate social responsibility and sustainable leadership is essential for long-term value creation. By proactively addressing environmental and social risks, such as climate change and labor issues, businesses can protect themselves while simultaneously fostering trust with customers. This genuine commitment to sustainability not only enhances customer loyalty but also attract ESG focused investors who are increasingly interested in strong sustainability leadership. As a result, prioritizing these values can significantly boost a company's appeal to investors. Now let's take a look at some case studies on ethical leadership and corporate social responsibility. To start with, the Tata Group, led by Ratan Tata, is a well-known organization that cares deeply about helping communities, protecting the environment, and maintaining high ethical standards. They work on important issues such as making healthcare more affordable, improving education, and supporting green initiatives. Their strong commitment to social responsibility is a big part of who they are and what they do. Next is Patagonia. Under the leadership of Yvonne Chouinard, is a company focused on protecting the environment. They use materials that are good for the planet and encourage people to think carefully before making purchases. Their famous campaign, Don't Buy This Jacket, invites customers to consider reducing their consumption and making thoughtful choices. This shows that businesses can be successful while also caring for the earth. And next is for Ben and Jerry's, founded by Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield, is celebrated for its dedication to social justice and environmental causes. The company makes sure its ingredients are sourced in a fair way and actively supports important movements for racial equality and climate awareness. Their strong focus on social good is a major reason why people continue to love their brand. Now let's take a look at the key takeaways for successful integration. For companies aiming to make a significant impact on society and the environment, Strong leadership commitment is crucial. When leaders emphasize social responsibility, it becomes ingrained in the company culture, guiding key decisions. Effective stakeholder engagement is also essential. Fostering trust and collaboration among employees, customers, and the community enhances the success of social responsibility initiatives. To assess the effectiveness of these efforts, organizations should consistently measure and report their progress through data analysis. This approach allows companies to understand their performance, identify areas for improvement, and communicate their commitment to creating a positive impact. Moreover, investing in innovative solutions is vital as these initiatives can drive business growth while addressing social and environmental challenges. By integrating these strategies, companies can align their social responsibility and sustainability objectives with their overall business goals, ultimately achieving both financial success and meaningful community contributions. In conclusion, the future of CSR and sustainability relies on strong leadership, collaboration, and commitment to continuous improvement. By taking decisive action today, organizations can create sustainable tomorrow, ensuring their success while contributing to the greater good. The world of corporate social responsibility and sustainability is becoming more influenced by strong leadership, teamwork, and a commitment to making things better. Companies that take action now are likely to succeed in the long run while also making a positive difference in society. This is a chance to create a future that is good for everyone, turning challenges into opportunities and helping to keep the planet healthy for future generations. That ends my report. Thank you for listening and for your cooperation. And before I end my report, let me just share with you a phrase from Henry Ford that says, "A business that makes nothing but money is a poor business."